welcome my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless True Love timeline reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal. For short, they are my initials. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one in progress. First one is called Spell Ingredients, second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, and the Kindle version available for Spell Ingredients is in process. You can find the original versions of both of those books in my digital store on patreon.com/drawingthecircle. We've got audios and videos there, as well as my books. My subscribers, depending upon their level of subscription, get those ebooks, audios and videos. They're free previews for the audios and videos as well. But my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream like pretty much every single morning, chatting about the day's astrological weather and ending with some sort of spiritual practice to send us on our way. They also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless as well as relationship oriented. There are Path of True Love reads that are rather extensive if you like detail, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info, and I love it. You can 7-day free trial, dip a toe, right? You can follow for free. You can shop in the shop. So much cool stuff going on Patreon. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. Hey, my adorables. Hope you are all well. Let's get into some explanation for the new Taurians and crosswatchers. Feel free to jump ahead if you like. Hi, welcome if you are new to my channel and my work. What we are doing is a simplified version of the Path of True Love readings that I do with extendeds, because I moved from Holbrook, Long Island, New York to Saratoga Springs, New York, and it's a lot. It's a lot going on here. I haven't even been here a year yet. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get 8 cards, right? Yeah, 8 cards on the table. We are going to start with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, 3 cards face down. For the crown, the 3rd eye, the throat, and the heart chakras, the internal, internal feminine energy, that'll be past, present, future. We'll then look at the lower 3 chakras, the masculine yang dynamic, looking at yourself from the outside like in a mirror, you from the inside, looking out at people, places, and things in which you have relationships with in the true love timeline. Because it's a crosswatcher reading as well, there's usually some mirroring involved. Again, past, present, future, those will be face down. We will then turn them over past, present, and future. And then we will get one whisper from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo Hartfield, the voices of the higher selves of all involved, not just the Taurus and the crosswatchers, but anyone who might be involved. We'll get one of those, and then we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra. I love Matt Kahn's work. He has saved my root chakra more than he will probably know, or maybe he does. He's very intuitive that way. And a little mantra goes a long way, because these are all about healing, but healing in our relationships, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, all of that, and a side of fries. This may be a romantic read, it may not be, but it doesn't really matter, because as long as you can make the true love decisions, truth, love, decisions, right? 3rd eye, heart chakra, throat chakra, willpower. Then you shift from a more loving, let's say, a more fearful to loving, a more led to gold timeline, taking everybody with you that has the free will to decide if they want to do that. There's our explanation. Let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. I'm doing the best I can on that. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise I will do the best that I can to help anyone shift to a more golden, loving, truly loving timeline, to anchor true love into Gaia's electromagnetic field, bringing about heaven on earth. I call it permanently peaceful, people-populated paradise, planet Earth, because I do love alliteration. That's enough. Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My goddesses override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please 3 cards in clarity, heart, third eye crown for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross watchers. What's going on? What was going on? Heart, third eye crown, where they've been in the true love timeline. Where are they now? And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions for the golden true love timeline? Let's get these 3 face down and then we'll flip them past, present, and future. Please take a nice deep breath. One more. My God's override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, please, 3 cards in clarity, face down, inside out, outside in, relationships in the physical world for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross watchers. Where have they been? Where are they now? And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decision for this timeless true love timeline read? Let's see where you've been. Well, we're off to a start, a rather interesting one. You got a major arcana card, Temperance. Now, Temperance is about patience and healing and balance. It is an alchemical card, and we see, as often we do in the card of Temperance, the 2 of Cups. In this case, one pouring water, the other pouring fire. And balancing fire and water is a tricky thing, but think about boiling water, right? You've got the earth part of the pot that you are boiling it, the fire underneath it, the water in, and so that does take time, right? I know on my stove I can make it like boil in like 10 seconds, but this is more of a gradual process. So if you've been patient, if you have been healing, if you have been bringing yourself into balance, tempering something, I mean, you can temper metal. Watch some YouTube videos on tempering metal because it's astounding what they put that stuff through to make it unbreakable. But I think of it more in terms of cooking, right? Hollandaise sauce, right? You have to blend the warm stuff into the cold stuff little by little by little, otherwise the eggs curdle, so it does take time. Now, this could be somebody you're dealing with, or it could be you looking at yourself from the outside. It is the Queen of Cups, Helen of Troy, in the mythic tarot. Now, the thing about this is the Scorpio card, fixed water. Now, Scorpio is the opposite sign of Taurus, right? You put it in the 12 signs of the zodiac. They're across from each other. Fixed water to your fixed earth. Now, it is a compatible thing, earth and water, but if you don't have any planets in Scorpio or are not dealing with somebody who has planets in Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, on Neptune, whatever, look at what's going on in your 8th house. Like, for example, I'm Leo rising, so I have Pisces in my 8th house, so that can give a little bit more information to make a general read more personal. Now, regardless, 8th house dynamic of Scorpio is about money, sex, power, other people's resources, but also deep intuition and mysteries, mysticism. So if you've been going through an emotional healing process in the past, right? Shadow work, which is very Scorpio, right? Emotional healing work, EFT, rebirthing, anything like that, then definitely we've got a solid foundation here to grow from. Taurians and crosswatchers, let's see where you are now. Okay, this is where things get shaky. Where you are right now on the inner, you got the 5 of Pentacles, earthquake. Now, I know 5 of Pentacles is usually seen as being left out in the cold, and maybe you might be feeling that, but the element of earth on the inside is about wisdom that you have gained from experience in the physical world, right? So you take the experiences from the physical world. Maybe you were left out in the cold, right? Maybe there was a bit of a shakeup because this card is called earthquakes. Earthquakes don't last very long, but depending on the Richter scale, they can make a lot of change. So from this harmony, this balance, this temperance coming to where you are right now. Things are changing, and they're changing quickly and very intensely, but remember, earthquakes do not last for hours and hours and hours, right? They're relatively quick. And you got your other major arcana. Now, with the major arcana, when I do a chakra reading without one card for each chakra, which I also do, it covers that whole zone. So in the past here, you've been doing this temperance, heart, third eye crown. Here, you got the tower, Poseidon, all right, the earth shaker, which is the god of earthquakes as well as the god of the oceans. So a lot of people don't like the tower because it's threatening. It threatens the status quo, but light is truth. So when lightning hits, it's truthening. Something is changing quickly, instantly. Something that you can't usually go back from as the old structures are destroyed, bringing it down to the foundation to rebuild. So if you're feeling shook, if you're not quite sure what to do, understand you are in flux, you are in change here. But minor arcana cards don't last long. They're just things we go through. Major arcana cards can be much larger, right? Like a place we are in our lives. Like I was in a good place, I was in a bad place. Well, your relationships are in a tower place, so I would definitely say focus on your lower three chakras. They will tell you the best way to navigate that, because heart, third eye crown, you might be too shook, right? Let's see where you're headed. Well, okay. This could be romantic. I'm not going to say for sure, but you do have the Four of Flames coming. Now, the Four of Flames, I know, is the engagement card, and fours are usually about rest and stability. Please pardon the noise outside. It's 4th of July, and everybody's like mowing their lawns and whatnot. This is two archers pointing flaming arrows at each other. This would, again, be the Four of Wands, but it's the Four of Flames. But one dragon fueling the fire, and the keyword being conflict. And I think that conflict is because you got the Ace of Cups, Aphrodite, sweet and flighty, hovering around in a see-through night with a gigantic cup of something, a cup of love that might be coming to you or from you, which will, of course, coming from the Five of Pentacles into the Four of Flames. It's a good thing you did this work, whatever this was in the past, because it's going to help you resolve this conflict. Now, I'm just going to make this personal for a second. You know, I don't have any planets in Taurus, but I will say I'm very, very happy being single. I've got 3 black cats, I got a brand new house, I got a half-acre property, building a garden, rebuilding, establishing my presence up here professionally and personally in Saratoga Springs. So I know that it's like if somebody came into my life right now and says, I really love you, I'd be like, well, if it's romantic, we're going to take this fucker slow, pardon my language, but that's the tea, the shade, and the pink lemonade all together, right? But this could also be you being in conflict, as well as offering this Ace of Cups to another or to yourself, this seed of emotion that can then grow. This is good. I mean, you got some, what most would consider womp cards with the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Conflict card, but throat chakra, element of fire, is spit, swallow, or chew. So you will have the time to consider this, but to do it from a place of love for yourself, right? To really take it beyond the mind, right? And make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions. You chew on this for a while instead of spitting it out, which means making the decision or swallowing it, repressing it. Like, we'll do that later. Right now, not so much. Okay, chakras are on the table from crown to root. Let's get a whisper of love. Remember, this is the higher selves of all involved. So not just the Taurus and the cross watchers, but maybe family, friends, society, who knows. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Taurus and the cross watchers to assist them in navigating the golden true love timeline, making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions for this timeless read? Love makes the difference, don't it just? Love can help heal past hurts and provide a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. And I feel like that starts here in your past, right? making some change, inner and outer, earthquake on the inner, tower on the outer, like that on the outer, but it feels like you've got a good solid thing going on here, which then of course will give you the choice here. You may be conflicted about that choice with the Ace of Cups and the conflict card, but that's okay, because love does make a difference. And this is why I do these readings. Like, you know, I know what's going on in the news. Somebody asked me last week, why are you watching the news? I'm like, because I need to know what my clients are freaking out about, right? I want to be in touch to an extent. I know it's not all truth, but at least I can then empathize with where they are coming from. So with all the change going on in the world right now, lightning bolt change, things are changing very, very quickly, instantly. This would make sense. So love can help you heal. That's why I do these readings, is to anchor that true love, not just into your own energy field. True love is who we are, right? At the core, we are true love. But there are all of these, well, scars, wounds, shadows, right? Layers of lead. Energy can't pass through lead. It just can't. You can try, but it can't, right? Not even Superman can see through lead. So this is really an opportunity to bring love to yourself and then extend love to others. In other words, what I do is I allow the self-love, right, to let my heart fill, and then it begins to overflow, and then the divine works through me as the love that we are, the love that I am. You know what I'm saying, I hope. Last card down. Matt Kahn Healing Mantra. I love this deck. There are 52 of them, so you can do one a week. I highly recommend it. Go check it out. I love Matt Kahn. And his YouTube channel, Matt Kahn All for Love, is just astounding. He has pulled my ass out of the fire, as well as helped me be in the fire when I needed to be in that transformation. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say. Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, please. The perfect and precise healing mantra for the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers to assist them in navigating the golden true love timeline, with Temperance on the inner in their past, with the Queen of Cups, the Scorpio energy, Five of Pentacles in the now on the inner, with the Tower on the outer, and where they are headed with the Four of Flames, conflict on the inner and Ace of Cups on the outer for this timeless true love timeline reading. Celebrating simplicity. Yay, so all this complexity to celebrate simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain, and that's an easy mantra to remember because you got the more and less thing there to help you do it. Now I will say, the more you do these, the more you see that. In other words, it's not like Alka-Seltzer, you drop it in the water and it's done, right? This is definitely one that takes a little while to get your energy field and your nervous system in alignment with embracing and celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. When there are fewer details to manage, you are able to receive more joy. The more commitments that pile up in your life, the less likely you are to find the time to take everything in. Now look, I can relate to that. I still have a garage full of stuff that I haven't unpacked yet, so I do what's in front of me to do. I try and keep it simple, and I celebrate it at the end of the day for sure. Once all moving parts have been arranged in a proper working balance, simplicity can be celebrated, and you glean the most benefit from your reality. Now, putting that in a relationship context, right? You might say, all right, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to really look at what I am committed to in my life, right? Maybe it's friends and family before lovers or whatever. Even your relationship to people you have never met but might be triggering you on TV. Let's just leave that there, right? To take that in and say, you know what? All I have to do here is really be simple with this. Maybe be blessed, may heal, right? Use that spiritual power that we see here from the Temperance in the past. This mantra is ideal for creating stronger boundaries. Oh, yes. Healing your inner people pleaser, which is what empaths do before they really understand how powerful they are, because we're feeling other people's stuff, And so it's like, let me please them so they don't feel that way, so that I don't feel it. It's totally selfish, right? But it's not necessarily the healthiest way to go. And finding moments of serenity. And, I go back to the serenity prayer. I've never been in a 12-step program, though I studied it intensely because I survived the 80s. Let's just put it that way. So, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can. And courage is of the heart, the French word for the heart, the cœur, right? And the wisdom to know the difference. But wisdom comes from experience. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. So that makes sense if all of a sudden things have gotten all of a sudden simpler because of a bolt of lightning or bringing something down to the foundation that needs to be rebuilt. So all the cards are on the table. We will end this with what's called a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and a summation. The energy comes through me and out into the interwebs. So one last time, at least for this reading, please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need to navigate the golden true love timeline of this lifetime, because they are coming from a place of harmony and balance with temperance and within. That doesn't mean it was easy with this Scorpio card. Maybe there was some transformation, some healing here, some shadow work perhaps, bringing them to the present moment where they are a little shook on the inside, maybe a lot of shook, but not for very long, as earthquakes do not last terribly long. But with the god of earthquakes, as well as the oceans with the tower here, definitely something came in, and that could be anything from a new person coming into their lives, a new piece of information, but light is truth, so it is based in truth, and rather to be shook by truth than by falsehood and lies, which will bring them into a choice to make here, a throat chakra choice that they might be conflicted about, particularly if it's about resolving stuff that has gone on in the past and not wanting to be a people pleaser here, as this Ace of Cups from Aphrodite comes in as an offering to them or from them to someone else. And may they navigate this wisely and well, because love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts, which we see could be going on here, and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance, because each and every one of us has a role to play in permanently peaceful, people-populated paradise planet Earth, so they can celebrate simplicity, because they will feel more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. And may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions, anchoring true love into their nervous systems, their bodies, and the Earth's electromagnetic field in the golden true love timeline of this lifetime. For the true love that conquers all, for the true love that heals all wounds, for the true love that breaks all curses, ancestral, societal, and otherwise, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Tingle, 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 tingle. That was good. Now look, it's a challenging read, but the course of true love never did run smooth. That's Billy Shakespeare. Dated him in a past life. Great lover, great playwright, but a horrible landlord. No, really, what we had to do to deal with him was quite a bit. So if you did like the reading, do hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you want. I do have another YouTube channel called Mal for short. This one's the professional, the other one's the personal, putting out my kitty cat videos and some of my own spiritual personal experiences and takes on things. But if you want the deeper dive, come Patreon on Patreon. So much cool stuff going on over there. In fact, one of my patrons designed my new website, drawingthecircle.com. Beautiful. You find all sorts of stuff there. But Patreon is really doing it for me, right? I love my subscribers, my free followers, and all of them. Really, we're all doing this together. My subscribers, however, do get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount. We'll talk about that in a minute if you want more. And you can shop in the digital shop. You can watch the free previews for the videos and listen to the free previews of the audio. All of that stuff is available on my website too, so I like diversifying that way. I am a Virgo, Virgo power, cross your legs and do the best you can. But 7-day free trial, dip a toe for a week, see if you like it. You can always become a free member, and I love it. So yeah, click it, check it, look at the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. Yeah, but you can still call me Mal. And if you want to book me for a private session, I do have a video on YouTube called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. I made it before I moved. I need to make a new one because now I'm taking clients in my house. I have a lovely office downstairs that I can see clients in, which is great. I just need to get to know them because if they're allergic to cats, they better bring an EpiPen. You know, less strangers in the house is weird. I am a Virgo. I am also available at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs, but they are undergoing some repairs right now, but you can still call them, email them, whatever. Tell them you would like to book a session with me. When they are open, they will tell you when I'm available. You book this session, I come in, I read you, and then I come home and do more of this stuff and yard work and cat work and all that kind of stuff too. But the majority of the work that I do in private sessions, both spiritual counseling and reading, is on a video call. So when the client is booked, just before we start, I send them a Zoom link. They come onto my Zoom platform. We record the whole thing so they don't have to memorize or take notes. At the end of the session, I send them a link, they download the link, and then I delete it once they tell me they've downloaded it, so no one else has access to that information but them, and that's the way I roll. But the most important thing that I say in booking private sessions with Mal, the new one will just be called Booking Mal, is that I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. I'm really proud of that, right? Where there's a witch, there's a way. I am a witch, so there is a way. Even if they agree to pay it forward to someone else down the line, as long as we are in agreement, I will do the session gladly. So it's a fun video. It makes my mom laugh, so even when the new one is up, I'm going to keep it up because I'm the president. I get to make those choices. And thank you. I mean, really celebrating simplicity. The mind and the ego is always going to overcomplicate things. So stay grounded, Taurians, right? Stay in your body. Allow your intuition, particularly your lower 3 chakras, to tell you when it's time to spit, swallow, or chew on that. And then when the Ace of Cups comes to you or from you, you're going to get to do that again, but in a much simpler way. So thank you so much for watching. I truly do love doing these general reads. I love my client work more because I get paid. And there ain't nothing going on. Well, I don't have a mortgage or rent. I own the place, but there's still a lot of repairs being done in the house. So yeah, it's my joy and my honor and my life mission as an archangel. Angel means messenger of light, messenger of truth, messenger of God. So, you know, when you're named Angelo Lyons, the Archangel of Lions, and you could still just call me Mal. It's not an easy gig, but it's a fulfilling one, and I do celebrate simplicity whenever I can, so hang in there. I believe in you. You got this, and you got some temperance under your belt, so hang in there. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.